Jeff Gustafson here. Guys, if you fish tournaments, this is for you. And you know, especially if you fish tournaments in the summer. We're summertime now, water's warm, weather's warm, and that's the worst conditions for keeping fish happy and healthy in your live well. But you just got to work a little bit harder, and we can do it. So G-Juice is one of your best friends. This stuff's just a live well additive that keeps fish happy, helps keep them alive. And you know, ice is important, I think. I use ice a lot in the hot weather events, and I'm not putting it in necessarily throughout the day if I'm not running around a whole lot. If I'm fishing an area, I like to pump fresh water in here all the time, and that's what I'll do. But when it's time to make the boat ride back to the check-in or run to a different part of the lake, that's when I'm gonna put ice in the live well, and it makes a big difference. You show up at weigh-in, your fish are, you know, have their nice colors. They're not all pale and sick looking. So that's what we're gonna do. I'm gonna show you my sort of system. This is just a bag of ice from earlier. I'm gonna put that in the live well. Every single time that ice goes in my live well, I'm putting some G-Juice in there as well. And that's gonna just sort of neutralize any of the bad stuff that might be in the ice. Anytime you look in your live well and your fish are getting pale looking and not, you know, they don't have their nice vibrant colors, that means they're probably a little bit stressed, and ice is probably going to help them out a little bit. So the other thing to consider, always think about where you're pumping water into your live well. So say you're going into weigh-in and you're going into a little back bay or up in a creek where the water is going to be a lot warmer, you might want to just put it on recirc and don't pump that hotter water into your live well when you get up in those backwater areas. You know, always the main lake stuff's always going to be a little bit cooler, a little bit fresher. So that's something to consider. The other thing that we got from TH, the conservation cull tags, and these work great. I've been using them for years. On the Elite Series, we're actually not allowed to use any kind of puncturing cull tags or balance beams or anything like that. So, and it's a great way to go. These tags work really good. You can pick the fish up, at least get a hold of them pretty easy, and that's all it is. It's just squeeze it, open it up, put it on there, and you're not putting any holes in those fish. You take care of them, and they work pretty good. They're color coded, and I'll actually number these as well, and then, you know, just to work with my scale so I can know what number fish weighs what, that sort of thing. But they work great for sorting your fish and, you know, not putting holes in their mouths and taking care of them. So one other thing you might want to consider to help take care of these fish, if you look in your live well and sometimes you hook one funny, or for any reason they're stressed a little bit more, you can try adding one of these conservation cull weights, and they just attach to the clip. If the fish is having trouble, you know, going on its side, balance issues, these clips just help weight it down, and then the fish isn't going to be trying to fight its balance all the time and just, you know, adding to their stress. It just helps relax them. They work really good, you know, similar to fin clips. Always good to have some of those in the live well. I've had fish that that were hooked bad that I didn't think were going to make it. Put that on them, and you know, they end up coming around and being fine and happy. So all that stuff, you know, helps maintain our fisheries, and you know, the last thing we want to do is hurt any of these bass that we love to catch so much. So take care of them.